Hello, everyone. Welcome in. My name is Gracie. Let's take a look at our top headlines of the hour. A special guest delivers presents at a local home for disabled residents. A fallen Okaloosa County Sheriff's deputy is remembered. And a Christmas display is lighting up a street in Pensacola. Let's get started.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Thank you so much for being here with me today. My name is Gracie King. I am a digital content producer here at WKRG. You may have seen me in a couple of Facebook posts, but I am here making my debut today in my very special Christmas sweater. So I'm very happy to be here with y'all today. Let's take a look at our big stories. At number 5. New court documents are shining light on family text conversations following a teenage girl's death on board a Carnival cruise ship. 18-year-old Anna Kepner was found asphyxiated under a bed on a Carnival cruise ship last month. Her stepbrother is a suspect in her death, but no one has been charged. Text messages between her stepbrother's parents say he could not remember anything about what happened. The stepbrother's father also said he wanted his son to know he was still loved, regardless of the circumstances. At number 4, 18 agencies in Alabama are splitting more than $43 million to help low-income households with energy costs during the winter and summer months. That includes 2 local organizations. Mobile Community Action, which serves people in Mobile and Washington counties, will get $3.8 million in grant funding, while the Community Action Agency of South Alabama will get $2.8 million for people in Baldwin, Clark, Conecuh, and Escambia and Monroe counties. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey says the grants will make sure help is available to those who need it most. At number 3, this one's for all the families who like to drive around on Christmas Eve looking at Christmas lights. There is a beautiful light display on Jason Court off Shell Road, where it intersects with Airport Boulevard in Pensacola. The man who set up the display says it took him 3 months from August to October. He did it in honor of his brother who was killed in 1979. He says he adds more lights each year, and there are now more than 10,000. And he hopes you'll drive by to see them all tonight. The lights will be on all night to help guide Santa's sleigh. Number 2, today marks 3 years since the murder of an Okaloosa County Sheriff's deputy. Corporal Ray Hamilton was killed while responding to a domestic violence call on Christmas Eve in 2022. Deputies say the suspect refused to leave the house and started firing shots at them, and they had to use tear gas to get him outside. Corporal Hamilton was shot in the head and later died. In August, the shooter, Timothy Price Williams, pleaded guilty to murder and 3 counts of attempted murder in exchange for the death penalty being taken off the table. He is currently serving a life sentence for Hamilton's death. And at number 1, a decades-old Christmas tradition continues today, with Mobile firefighters delivering gifts to the Mulherron home, a home for people with disabilities. Santa arrived to a warm welcome, bringing smiles and laughter to residents at the Mulherron home on Halls Mill Road in Mobile. This is a 65-year-old tradition for the Mobile Firefighters Association, making sure these residents feel the magic of Christmas. Joining Santa and the firefighters this year, former MLB pitcher and Mobile native Jake Peavy. For Peavy, seeing firefighters give back only adds to the impact of this moment. This year's celebration was made possible through partnerships with Mobile Fire Rescue, the PD Family Foundation, and other supporters. A simple visit, a familiar tradition, and a reminder of a community that continues to show up year after year. Well, that just makes my heart smile. I love that time of Christmas where everyone is just so sweet and nice and loving to each other. It makes you want to have Christmas all year round. All right, let's get into our question and poll of the day. So our question of the day asked, the DOJ released the Epstein files with redacted content. What are your thoughts? So let's take a look at what you guys were saying on our Facebook post. All right. Drew says every offender in these files should be brought to justice, no matter who they are. Mark says the only ones fighting it is the guilty. Marina Henry says redacted equals hidden. Jude says, well, they were required to redact the victims' names and any identifying information. It's not rocket science. All right. Lots of comments we are seeing on that post. If you want to go check those out, head on over to our Facebook page, WKRG News 5. You can partake in the conversation, or you can just take a look at all of those comments. But now we are going to get into the results of our poll of the day. Now, our poll of the day asked, have you finished your Christmas shopping? And it looks like 68% said that you were all done. About 16% said that you were almost there. And then another 16% said that you have a ways to go. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I did finish Christmas shopping this weekend by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I am very happy that I was able to get everything finished. However, I am still missing a couple of gifts. So you guys that still have a ways to go, I completely understand. But just remember that the feeling of Christmas doesn't come from a box. It comes from your neighbor, your family, your loved ones. So just remember that if you are feeling a little down in the dumps for not getting all of your Christmas shopping done. It's no big deal. All righty, so now, even though it is Christmas Eve, I'm gonna have to leave you with a little bit of homework. You're gonna wanna go over to our Facebook page and participate in tomorrow's question and poll of the day. Now, our poll of the day for tomorrow is, do you have a New Year's resolution? I personally have a New Year's resolution. I am trying to get a little bit more in shape. I'm actually getting married in April. I'm very excited. So I wanted to tone up a little bit. So I'm going to really focus on getting to the gym this year, but it's important to still have some grace and, you know, go easy on yourself. Don't be too crazy. And then our question of the day, if you could donate $1 million to any charity, which one would it be? Now, for me personally, it's got to be the Mobile Bay Keepers. They, monitor our water. The Delta is so incredibly important. It's one of the most diverse habitats on planet Earth. It needs to be taken care of, and they do an excellent, wonderful job of monitoring, keeping everyone informed, and letting us know what's going on and what's needed for the Delta. So those are our question and poll of the day for tomorrow. In the meantime, we are just about 17 minutes away from News 5 at 6. That is going to be our last show of the night. So be sure to tune in and hang out with Cherish Lombard before you settle down for your long winter's nap tonight. So thank you guys so much for being here with me, and Merry Christmas.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.